What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610 and today we have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 Episode 17 discussion video for you guys. Yeah, this episode of course concludes the duel with Michio versus Yuya, and you know, like I said in the last one, this duel was kind of interesting. It was kind of felt like more like filler in a way because, you know, it kind of gets away from some of the other story. And I don't, like I said before, I don't really like some of these theme duels sort of things. It's something like I said, many of the other series do that as well. But I kind of get sick of the little, you know, puns that they do on that. So, I don't know. As you can tell, I was a little bit late on this review too. That's kind of one of the reasons because I wasn't excited to see about, I wasn't as excited to see this episode. I'm hoping that, and it looks like it from the preview, that it's going to get a little bit back to, of course, the Dark Yuya stuff and all that, which, like I said, it looks like that's what's going to happen in the next one. And again, I'm hoping to see more duels with older monsters yet again. I know I sound like a broken record on that, but seriously, that was really awesome. That's what got me into Arc 5 a lot more, and I was really enjoying that. So I'm hoping that's going to happen, and it might even have to wait till we get to this tournament. Anyway, of course, we have the Cookmates versus the Intermates, I guess. I'm still trying to get used to calling them Perform Pals, because that's supposed to be the name of them for us in the TCG, evidently. And we even get to see a new one in this. But first off, in this duel, of course, Michio keeps using the same combo, basically, over and over. He summons, like, the stronger versions of the Cookmates, Royal Cookmates, I believe they're called, and keeps being able to destroy Yuya's, just Pendulum monsters in general. I was about to say, Intermates, but of course Odd Eyes is in there as well, so they just keeps destroying them, and of course it keeps going to the extra deck. And that's kind of one of the main themes too, is that they are kind of keep explaining that Pendulum monsters, when they're destroyed, they go to the extra deck instead of the graveyard. So they talked about that. I'm not sure what episode it was. The last one? It was something like that, or not the last one, but a few episodes back, where they talk about this as well, where, you know, they actually just go to the extra and then you can re-pendulum summon them next turn. So they kind of talk about this a little bit more, I guess, to make sure that everyone understands how they work, which is good on that. That's good since it's a new type of summoning and stuff, and that will help out a lot of people. And yeah, so he just keeps building up monsters, basically. He's able to get 5, basically, in the extra deck, too. And before we get to that, of course, these Cookmates, they're actually pretty interesting archetype. It's what I talked about a little bit last time, too. It seems like it's going to be one of those archetypes, too, that we probably won't ever see. I don't think there's been anything announced on them actually becoming real cards, and that's probably for good reason, because, I don't know, they would have to completely change them, I think, to actually make them work in the real game, too. That's what I was looking through, you know, and, of course, paying attention to all the different cards used, and they're interesting for the anime, but I don't see if they could possibly ever be used for actual play, you know, if they're put into actual cards. But anyway, he's able to just destroy them and all that Pendulum monster, which is he's actually a really good counter against Pendulum summoning. So Yuya finally is like barely able to protect himself. And then of all things, of course, this kind of reminded me of Zell or Zexal whenever he had to eat to finally, you know, get it where he could think enough to duel, because he kept thinking about being hungry and stuff, didn't have the energy and the strength. That's what reminded me of Zell, because I think they did that on there too, where he had to, what was it, dual snack? I forgot what exactly he called it. And, you know, it's just kind of one of those things like, whatever, you know, that's why I don't really like, I don't know, I like more of the serious duels. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's just because I'm older. I don't know. I want to know what you guys think on that too. I was just kind of like, you know, whatever, come on, I want to go ahead and see the rest of this duel because I want to kind of move on to the tournament stuff, in all honesty. And, yeah, it actually ended up being pretty cool duel, because after he eats and everything too, he like almost loses the duel, but he's able to get one of the action cards, save himself by adding to his life points and all too, so the Michio didn't have enough, of course, attack points to win the duel. And then when it comes back to his turn, he's able to activate this one card where he gets to excavate, which is kind of cool. I think it's the first time we've seen excavating, of course, in the anime. Excavate the top 5 cards, and he's able to, if he gets an Intermate card with the high level, then he's able to summon it. And so we actually see a new one, or Intermate or Perform Pal. I'm probably going to say either name because, in, of course, Japanese, it's going to be Intermate. For TCG now, it's Perform Pal. I don't know why we can't just keep the same name, but just keep it more confusing for you guys anyway. So this one is evidently Intermate Hammer Mammoth, which it looks like an elephant to me. That's why I was kind of like, wouldn't it be elephants? I mean, that just kind of seemed funny to me because it just doesn't look like a mammoth. I mean, well, whatever. It makes more sense, too, for an elephant to be in a circus, but I'm looking too far into this. I'm nitpicky, I guess, or something. I don't know. Anyway, he summons this card. It's supposed to be the strongest of all the Intermate cards. It has actually 2,600 attack, and I believe its effect was... I don't know if he activated his effect really in this, because I don't think it mattered. I don't think Michio had any cards or spell cards that it would have mattered, but I believe it's like all spells and traps get added back to the hand when it attacks or something like that. And so, of course, with that, he was strong enough at 2,600 attack to win the duel. Pretty simple on that. But yeah, everything ends a little better. Michio kind of stops acting like a jerk at the end of it. He kind of realizes that he was kind of being a little bit of a jerk on that. And I guess he'll be in the tournament too. I hope we see him. I have a feeling that it won't be Yuya that will go against him. I have a feeling it'll be some other character we're going to see that will go against him kind of, as a side build that we'll see a little bit of. And I hope that will happen on there. But yeah, what do you guys think about this episode? Again, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm just not a big fan of theme duels, so I don't feel as as interested in this episode. It kind of felt like filler, one of those things, like any anime has where it just has the filler stuff. So that's what it kind of felt like on this episode. I'm more interested in the next episode because we can see that Dark Yuya, is what I'm calling him anyway, is in that, and it looks like some other person who's similar to Dark Yuya. It might be dueling against Yuya, that's what I got from that. And also Yuzu looks like she's training, getting stronger, so I definitely can't wait to see on that. I guess she's going to be using fusion monsters, and I'm actually really excited to see what she ends up using on there. I don't think, we've had any really too many hints on that, and I'm hoping it'll be a cool art type, and one that'll be fun to play in the actual game too. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? Of course, what did you think of the preview? I'm thinking the next episode will be a lot better, and I'm hoping that it'll be a little bit more serious. I know we have to have some of those fun episodes every so often, but for me, I just don't like those theme things. Maybe it's just me. Hopefully, some of you enjoyed that, though, too. But yeah, so far, I'm still enjoying the series. Again, I'm more excited to hear about, who is this Dark Yuya, what's the story behind this, and I'm really excited to see about this tournament, because I think this tournament will have a lot of cool stuff in it, and maybe even Yuya versus the Dark version of himself. I don't know. I hope so, though. And of course, I hope you guys are enjoying these discussions. I've noticed they don't get, of course, as many views as some of the other stuff I do on this channel, but I still hope that maybe they'll eventually gain a little bit. And I think it's because not many people are giving Arc 5 a chance, and I really do say, go ahead, check it out. I think it's a lot better than Zell or Zexal. Again, I just say both sayings on that. And yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it, even though with this being kind of a fillery 2 episodes. Other than that, what it did the episodes before, it deserves a pass on this, and it looks like next episode will be epic too. So I really hope these will, people will enjoy these discussions, and yeah, of course, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.